Hello everyone! This is Lisa Lee with BTV Forum. We are going to talk about genetics today and DNA sequence. This topic is going to focus on DNA sequence. And so a lot of people in the past have very little understanding of themselves and what their genetic makeup is. And DNA is absolutely fascinating, not just in its way of being able to detect what your genetic makeup is and your family tree. It also gives you a medical history, many diseases that you might not be immune to, or you're more likely to get. There's 4 different DNA testing packages. Number 1 is the ancestral DNA. So this one is actually pretty common, and there's also MyHeritage, 23andMe, and also the family tree DNA test. So you can find out which one works best for you. The ancestral DNA is actually mostly for people of European descent, mostly from mixed race. So they have a really specific breakdown of which regions and which parts of the world you're from based on ethnicity and nationality. But if you want a more precise estimation of your genetic makeup, for Asian people, you might want to look up 23andMe. Okay, so this one is very easy to access. There's actually a barcode right here, and it comes with like 2. One is a tube, the other one is the instruction manual. It's very self-explanatory. Basically, you just take out the tube, you basically spit in the tube and leave a little bit of your saliva sample, and then you close the little lid, and then you send it to the lab for testing. And the whole process takes about 2 to 4 weeks, and your result will come in the mail or come in a digital format online. They actually do an update every 5 years. Okay. And also, after you get your results, you can also consider writing it down on your diary or your journal, because a lot of people have the tendency to forget. Because knowing not just your DNA or your genetic makeup, and also diseases that you're less immune to, will actually help you in the long run when it comes to how you should live your life and how healthy you should eat, and then what are the stuff that you should look out for in the future. So writing it down is extremely important. Let me share a little bit about my own personal life. I actually have 2 family members that has passed away recently. Well, one family member actually passed away 10 years ago in 2010. This is my grandmother from my mom's side, which is really sad. This is a time when I was still going to the University of Warwick. I was taking my master's degrees in international design and communication management at that time. So it's really sad that I wasn't able to attend her funeral. And she was extremely healthy. She didn't have any disease, just passed away because of age. But my grandmother recently, from my dad's side, she has dementia and also Alzheimer's, and is very sad in a way that because she wasn't able to take a DNA test to find out, what part of her family tree that have some genetic illness and things that we should be looking out for. So actually, from my dad's side of the family, they have high-risk heart problems and also diabetes. So that is something for me to look into and consider in the future. And so your DNA test is very unique in a way. Every single person is different. There are 1 million of these in the world, and they are not the same. And my DNA test just is very simple. It just tests, I'm actually 92% East Asian, and whatever's left is 8% Polynesian, which is where we used to come from, which is the part of our ancestry mixed with Aboriginal, which is from the island of Polynesia, where they migrate and eventually get to Taiwan. So that's something unique about me. And also, out of the 8%, there's about 1% that I can be a Scandinavian, which is very unique. What's interesting is my husband's DNA test, he did 3, and it came out all like inconclusive and had like no results. So that is something for me to look into in the future. Okay, back to the DNA test. So the DNA test for me, it not only breaks down my family tree and my family history, it also tells you what kind of disease I'm more susceptible to. Like for me, in my family, so you know how as some African American, they're not immune to sickle cell anemia, so they have to take a shot right when they're born, which is called the K-shot. Your genetic makeup actually determines your health in another way. So in mine, it says that I have high risk of alcoholism and also a certain respiratory illness I'm very susceptible to. So that's something for me to look out for in the future. And when I'm eating food or trying to stay fit and healthy, I want to avoid certain foods that have high cholesterol and also processed meat and a lot of unwanted saturated fats. All right, so be sure to check out your DNA and genetic makeup, and you can totally purchase this online on Amazon. So there's a different DNA test that you can look out for, not just this one, not just Ancestry DNA, just look for the one that fits best for you. All right, thanks for watching.